In this unit, I want to talk about the difference between virtualization and cloud. Let's begin by reviewing the role of the hypervisor. The hypervisor turns the physical machine into a number of virtual machines, creates those virtual machines, so to say, and on those virtual machines we will then run an operating system and an application, and on the next virtual machine the same thing. Now, how do we control the hypervisor? This is done through an API or a command line, typically by a human operator, or at least old school, that was a human operator. And that human operator manages multiple hypervisors, 10, 100, maybe 1,000, but that's unlikely. And the problem with that approach is that it doesn't scale very well. So in order for that to scale to a higher level of management volume, there's a thing called the cloud operating system. OpenStack is an example of a cloud operating system, but Amazon, Google, Microsoft have their own versions of that. And the cloud operating system then controls the hypervisor through that API. As a result of that, the cloud operating system can actually do things that the human operator would find a little hard to do. It could place machines according to specific schedules or specific policies or specific sizes, and that would be a lot of manual effort for the human operator. Now, obviously, the cloud operating system itself has a command line or an API, and an API typically, and will be controlled by a human operator, for example, through a web interface. But it could also be controlled through yet another program or a piece of software, which would be like an orchestrator. As a matter of fact, the latter situation is probably more common in the end. So this sums up the difference between the hypervisor, where the unit of deployment is basically one virtual machine on one physical machine, and the cloud operating system or the cloud infrastructure management plane that controls many hypervisors at the same time. There's more detail to this, but from an API and technical and control level, this is more or less it. Thanks for watching. My name is Peter van Eyck and this is the YouTube channel Club Cloud Computing. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel.